Merry morning and moon, sweet friends. It is Moonwind Fairy here to do your Feel Good Fabulous Friday Daily Vibes General Reading. So yeah, if you see this message, there might be, or if you see this video, there might be a message here for you. And again, the date really doesn't matter. I kind of look at it, I've had several people go, well, I didn't see this on Wednesday. I think when you see something and it resonates with you, that's a sign, that's a message. But if it doesn't mean anything to you, then that's just what it means. It doesn't mean anything to you. I'm just telling stories here. All right, let's see what's going on. Got Five of Cups. Cups represent our relationships, emotions, and feelings. And Five of Cups is being very disillusioned, disappointed, grieving, very melancholy, kind of depressed. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Wands represent our energy, our enthusiasm, and our passion. Knight of Wands is about pursuing your dreams. It's freedom. It's content. No, it's freedom. It's fun. It's adventure. It's excitement. But it's also could be arrogance and no commitment. Got Page of Cups. Page of Cups represent our relationships, emotions, and feelings. And Page of Cups is about the inner child. It's about believing in the magic of the first kiss and serendipity. It's almost kind of like a little naive vibe. So out of the three, we've got two cups. So I feel like Friday is going to have us dealing with our feelings, our emotions, probably around some kind of relationship. So we're definitely disappointed, disillusioned, and yeah, you know, maybe we're grieving the loss of a relationship. But it's really also about, even though you lost 3 cups, you still have 2. So, you know, when we find ourselves in these situations where we're feeling, you know, disillusioned or disappointed, when we're grieving, when we're sad about a relationship, or that's just what we're feeling. If we focus on gratitude, it's going to change our energy. You know, and so maybe you were a little naive. Maybe you got into a situation with a person who's like, I just want to have fun. I want freedom. I don't want any commitment. And there might have been a little bit of arrogance. But I think, you know, you want to believe in that magic of the first kiss and the happily ever after. That's what cups are all about, relationships, emotions, and feelings. But when you have this energy is more like, I just want to have fun. I don't want any adventure. They want adventure, but they don't want any commitment. And so I kind of feel like the vibe is to focus on gratitude. Even if you're going through some situation or relationship, it could even be a job where you're disillusioned, you're disappointed, you're feeling sad, very melancholy. And maybe because of your being naive, maybe because, you know, you're really kind of focusing on that happily ever after and believing in the magic and serendipity, and you're facing an energy that's like, I just want to have fun, or a very arrogant energy. Oh dear. So you got death. So something has to end, or you have to do a huge transformation. And I would say, like I am going to say, the vibe for Friday is definitely gratitude. Because whatever we do, wherever we're at emotionally, if we're feeling sad, you know, if we focus our energy on gratitude, what are we grateful for? I love that. I don't know who said it, but, you know, when you wake up in the morning, focus, you know, find 3 things to be grateful for. And the same thing when you go to bed. And, you know, I don't always do that, but when I do, when I find my mind going into that kind of, oh, geez, this person, blah, blah, blah. Especially when you're dealing with an arrogant person, you know, they're not fun. And especially if you're a very emotional person, dealing with an arrogant, you know, footloose and fancy free person. So there's something that needs to end. It could be a relationship. It could be a job, it could be a situation, but it also could be a mindset. I think, you have to kind of transform your thoughts into, because you got Six of Wands, you'll overcome this. Wands represent our relationships, emotions, and feelings. So I think you're definitely going to overcome this. You'll have victory over these emotions, but you definitely need to focus on gratitude. So that's what I got for you. Thanks for hanging out with me. You have a blessed and beautiful, feel good, fabulous Friday. I'll talk to you soon. Blessings and love.